Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in a building, baby. We're going to the top, to the top, to the top, baby. We're going to bring others with us. So let's get it cracking. Let's talk about Nicki Minaj. She has posted on Instagram to let everybody know that she worked hard for where she's at and what she did. Like how she got here wasn't easy. She had the right heart. She had the right music. She did it by herself. She didn't have any ghostwriters. She didn't have nobody helping her. People wasn't giving her shout outs. People wasn't there for her. Especially other females in the rap game. Only other female in the rap game when she came out that was cool with her, that did a song with her and that put her on was Trina, the baddest. Trina, you know what I'm saying? Trina. So basically, she's talking about that situation. She's talking about she don't get her just due. She don't get homage. People don't give credit to her too as well. That Anaconda was #2 on the Hot 100 list. You know what I mean? And she had other songs on the Hot 100 list, and basically she said she doesn't have a team. She doesn't have a team like blogs and basically radio stations and things like that to actually support her and put her music up there and actually help her get to the top and be more successful than what she is now. And basically she said she don't have that, and people don't be supporting her like that. Other people in the music business that are females, and basically everybody wants her to support other people, but she don't even receive that support in return. And I understand that, but just because Nicki Minaj, you don't receive and you hadn't seen support from other people in the music business that are female artists doesn't mean you have to be like them, because I know one point in time you probably did want some support from the people in the music business, but she didn't get it. But then you don't have to be the same way they was. You can turn around and you can be different and support whoever you want to support, and support somebody coming up that you believe in. So anyways, let's move on to this. And then somebody posted on the Nicki Minaj comment under her post about basically people not playing homage or even giving her respect or showing her like accolades for the things that she has done in the music business and hip hop period as a woman and as a black woman as that. So basically some lady, you know how people get smart, was like, you know what, you haven't showed, Little Kim homage. You haven't gave respect to Little Kim. And basically Nicki chimed in like, yes, I did. In my earlier interviews, I did. And I can say Nicki Minaj definitely did do that in her earlier interviews. So it is what it is. I was just like, oh shit, Nicki's out here telling the truth. She was on Queen Radio telling the truth too as well when she said that she was blackballed by the Grammys because they wanted her to do something and they didn't want her to perform, and she wanted to perform, and she got ready and she promoted the show, and then on top of that they told her that she's gonna be done, she's gonna be finished, she ain't gonna get a Grammy. And so that's why she has not got a Grammy. That's what Nicki Minaj says too as well. And Nicki Minaj says she doesn't have the support of radio stations and blogs and stuff like that to support her like other people do. Basically she's talking about Cardi B and a lot of the other young females that are coming up in the music business that blogs and people support them. Nicki Minaj said she didn't have that. She had to work hard. She had to make sure she out-rapped the rappers. And let me tell you one thing, Nicki Minaj has out-rapped many of male rappers out here in these streets. Nicki Minaj can rap. She got skills and everything like that. Blase and the third. I always said to Nicki Minaj, I would just wish you would get a gang of females under you, like the Wu-Tang, just like like Dipset. Just get you a gang of females, young females that you put on board, that you put on, that you breed them, you bred them, and basically have them in the hip hop business and have them under you and they support you. And then on top of that, they can, basically they one day outshine you. You know what I'm saying? Now you guys shine with each other together. But basically Nicki Minaj needs a team because she's a legend. She is absolutely a legend. She kept the rap game hot. She kept it popping for females. She for 10 years she kept the rap game hot. We wasn't hearing other females. There was no other females making the charts like she was. There was no other females doing remix like she was. There was no other females getting awards like Nicki Minaj was. But they was watching and they was coming up and they was getting ready. They was they was watching her, and she kept the door open. She kept other young women dreams open to be a female rapper. A lot of people say, why would you want to be a rapper? It is what it is. So she kept it popping, while our faves and a lot of people that we know to be legends in the hip hop gang and the female hip hop music game either became actors, actresses. Actresses. And then on top of that, they either became wives, children, had children, or they end up getting to business deals and end up getting to TV, acting, reality TV, or hosting game shows, or actually starring in movies, or they just been secluded from hip hop period. But Nicki Minaj held it down. There was other females out here when Nicki Minaj was up, when Nicki Minaj was like number one. Every time you turn around, she was number one. She was everywhere, but they wasn't shining like she was. And then on top of that, she's not broke. A lot of female artists from back in the day was broke. They didn't have, they don't have the money because they was robbed. They didn't have the good contracts. They didn't have the good negotiation. They was getting robbed from, the record label and just the music business in itself, because they didn't understand. I know. And Nicki Minaj did it all differently. Nicki Minaj is paid. She's rich. She got endorsements. She got deals. She got her own. She has, her masters too as well. She write her own music. She got her own radio station, her own radio show on Apple Music, on Apple. You know what I'm saying? She's doing a lot of different things. She got a lot of different investments that we didn't see other rappers do in the past. And now you see a lot of female rappers are getting investments, investing in things and actually making a brand out of their name. Just not rapping and making a song. They're trying to brand themselves. Whether they brand themselves on YouTube, brand themselves on, IG or Twitter, or on t-shirts, cups, mugs, makeup lines and different things like that. But they're not looking just as rap. And Nicki Minaj ain't the first one to do it, but she's like one of the first ones to do it so successfully, other than Queen Latifah and Missy Elliott. She kind of like got sick, and we didn't hear from her no more. Queen Latifah went to acting, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of the greats, they just basically stayed on the low. They wasn't really out here. Nicki Minaj did represent, so it is what it is. So we understand what Nicki Minaj is saying. Yes, she broke a lot of records. She did a lot of things, but basically she feels like, people want her to do this and people want her to do that, but people don't respect her and give her, accolades for the things that she has done too as well. So it is what it is. But with Nicki Minaj, sometimes her attitude, is very nasty. When she's talking about how she was done wrong by the music business and people, record execs and and people that own the ticket masters and stuff like that, we understand. But when she's just dissing everyday people that work at a regular radio station, is a problem. Because I see interviews where Nicki Minaj is nasty towards people, and then she's always saying people are my sons, and people don't want to be hearing that. Oh, these are my daughters. Yeah. And literally, they're not your daughters, but I understand they look up to you. But when you call them out like that, Queen Latifah didn't do that. Missy Elliott didn't do that. MC Lyte didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? So basically, then it makes a competition. I'm going to out-rap her so I won't be one of her daughters. And then there's some people that give her respect. And Nicki Minaj mentioned the artists that give her respect, like Cash Doll, Cuban Doll, Sweetie, Megan, and other rappers, Trina, and what's her name, YOUNGMA. And basically she's talking about there was some female rappers that were able to give her accolades, and they're young and they just coming out into the business, and basically they look up to her. They say like she influenced my music. And what Nicki Minaj is saying, where people are getting out here, females that are rapping and acting like Nicki Minaj didn't influence them. You know what I'm saying? With the Barbie or the hair, even though we know Lil' Kim did Barbie, the song how many it takes to get to the city on the so we have all that other stuff. And then Lil' Kim had the Barbie doll that came out too as well in her video, and blah and the third. But Nicki Minaj did pay homage to Lil' Kim. And then what happened was Lil' Kim said Nicki Minaj signed to Young Money, and it was up to Nicki Minaj to actually have Lil' Kim sign along with Young Money. But Nicki Minaj wanted to be the only female over there at Young Money, so they X'd her out, and then it became beef. It became war, became what it was. So it is what it is. So it happens like that. So basically, Nicki Minaj is just feeling exactly what Lil' Kim went through, exactly what other rappers went through, where people come in and they don't want to pay homage to you, they don't want to respect you, they act like your gangsta ain't respectable, your lyrics ain't respectable. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that Lil' Kim, she did a lot, but basically Lil' Kim and Nicki Minaj wasn't going to get along. The attitudes are just too much of alike. They're too much of the same person to ever get along. You know what I'm saying? Then on top of that, they both want to be top number one. And, Nicki Minaj is top number one. Lil' Kim is top number one. But basically, their attitudes ain't going to let them get along together. Yeah, we wish they would get along. Yeah, just like we wish, Cardi B and Nicki Minaj would get along. And then we'll bring all the other young female rappers in and make it, and make, like, music real safe for females, and have an outlet for females where they can go to the biggest female artists, the two biggest female artists now in hip-hop, and then then on top of that, get the old school rappers too as well, to create unity among these women in hip-hop, because they have to face so much just being a woman and rapping. People don't respect them because there are women that look at them like sex objects. And yes, I'm ready for Nicki Minaj to change her rap. I'm ready for her to rap about being married, you know, because she's married. She already got the marriage license. All she had to do was sign the papers. That's what she said a couple of weeks ago on Queen Radio. And allegedly Nicki Minaj is pregnant too as well. I'm ready for her to rap about, you know, putting her business and her career first and waiting on to have a family and the hardship that she had to endure and stuff like that. And then on top of that, bringing other females in the business to do music with her and the struggles and what they go through. Like, I'm just ready for her lyrics to get more mature. All of her lyrics. I mean, for Nicki Minaj to actually make a whole 360, a 180 change where it's just power and respect women, point blank and period. And we ain't gotta have sex, and we ain't gotta dress all half naked, and we don't have to give you any coochie, any la la la, just for respect, or thinking that we need, you know, to show our body and not show our mind. Like, just talk about empowerment more. Even though Nicki Minaj is showing empowerment by having businesses and basically just going to the top, to the top, to the top. But, you know, making that a number one song, something that's positive, something that's inspirational, something that is like, we are all one, we are all the people, you know, let's get together and shine, let's shine together, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. I'm ready for Nicki Minaj to actually grow into her 35-year-old lyrics type of verse, what a 35-year-old woman would be doing, and instead of what a 21 or a 19-year-old woman will be doing. So peace, I'm out. One love to all my peeps and my peoples. Just like we don't want to hear Jay-Z rap about, you know, selling or being out there on the street copping and bricks and stuff like that. We don't want to hear that from Jay-Z no more, because he's a billionaire, baby. Peace, I'm out. One love to all my peeps and my peoples.